Well, Libra, serious note today for May 2023. The transit of the North Node through your 8th house, probably the most complicated zone of the zodiac, one of the most misunderstood, and one that can be very troubling because it has everything to do with the state of your psychology, your inner peace of mind, pardon me, but also the obstacles that arise from within you, the deeper hidden aspects of your personality, your character. And sometimes getting at these problems is not easy because they're below the threshold of our attention. And they often come up very unexpectedly in our relationships because this 8th house, as well as being the house of suffering, sin, according to some of the ancient scriptures, it's also the area of intimacy. And it makes sense, doesn't it, if you're struggling with a lot of these deep karmic knots, these psychological aberrations, and we all have them to a greater or lesser extent. If you're suffering any of that, it becomes difficult to freely exchange in a state of intimacy. This 8th house is the source of many problems because that, the consummation of that intimacy in say, a committed relationship or marriage is sexuality. And boy, do we have some hang-ups on sexuality. I was born a Roman Catholic. Let me tell you about sexuality, or rather, the no sexuality sort of belief system. God forbid that we should, think about all of those things. But that's precisely what this transit is about, Libra. You are in a stage of your life where you're being asked by the universe to recognize those obstructions in your life, those blocks, those knots. And you know what I'm talking about. Libra is one of the signs of the zodiac that wishes to please. You want to please, you're a people pleaser often. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but if you analyze this, especially on the specific point of intimacy and sexuality, it could be that you're the one doing all the pleasing, much to your lack. The 8th house, they say, is an area of shared resources. And let's look at sexuality and emotion as a shared resource, a non-material, well, the emotional side of it anyhow is a non-material sharing. But if you're the people pleaser, you're the one doing all the giving, then it's not sharing at all, is it? It's basically a sacrificial act on your part where there's no mutuality involved. I want you to bring your attention to these matters because this could have to do with your sexuality, your emotions, your friendships. It could have to do with money. I mean, applying that same logic. Are you the one that's always paying for someone at the bar at lunch? You go, oh, I know I paid last time, but I'll pay again, right? Sometimes you just have to say no. And that's the only way you're going to get that balance. Ooh, that's an interesting word. Isn't that your icon? The scales. They say Libra is the scales of justice, scales of balance. Actually, many of the Librans I've found are some of the most imbalanced, precisely for the reason that I've just told you. Give, 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 give. We're going to write a song about that. Life is give and take, relationships, intimacy. All of that is about shared energy. And that, I think, comes back to the base of, are you deserving? You're probably deserving, but whether you're deserving or not is defined and determined by your projection of whether you are deserving or not. So this transit is going to shake up all of these internal thoughts and ideas, and I want you to flow with that. I want you to go with that. See where it takes you, Libra. Don't be afraid to analyze this and experiment, test it, even on your nearest and dearest. The mantra for you this month is no. Say no. Demand what you deserve. That means changing your ideas and your self-perception and acknowledging that you deserve more. And maybe writing all of that down. Why do you deserve more? Why in the past did you believe you didn't deserve more? So it really is taking account of yourself, and that's precisely what the North Node, what these karmic transits are about. Karma is simply an account balance, debits and credits. But you can change that. You can pay off a lot of those debts very quickly and get yourself back into the black. I'm going to be back next month. In the meantime, you can check out what I've written there for the month of May 2023. Do take a look at that. Drop me a line if you've got any questions, if you'd like a personal reading. Like to navigate some of that internal stuff with you in a more detailed manner. That's the job of an astrologer. That's what I've been doing for over 40 years now. And please subscribe. We need your help there to, bolster the channel a little bit. And I'll sum up now by saying I'll be back next month, and I hope you'll join me again too. Bye-bye now.